S.A.B.E.R, this is GF LaserBolt from GameRefusion.com, and they said it couldn't be done. They said no man was capable of doing this solo, especially if you were a warlock or a hunter. I say, what? Yeah, right. So I took up the challenge, guys. People were saying you can't do this unless you're a Titan. You can't do this. It's very hard. Even if you're a Titan, it's super hard. So I took on the challenge, and I went ahead and got in and soloed the Nightfall. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this was a little bit difficult. It does take a little bit of skill and a lot of trickery, but once you get it down, you should be good to go. So what you're gonna do is, once the WARSAT lands, you are gonna stand right in between the different set of, as you guys know, the WARSAT has like a little line that comes down there. You're gonna want to stand there and just shoot the ads once you hit the 10 to 12 mark. You're gonna start clearing out the first wave of ads. The first wave of ads are gonna be kind of just red, pretty much red, so you can just kill them, pretty easy. Then after that, you're gonna need your rockets. So I highly recommend trying to get, making sure you have gear that's at least, I would say at least, has for 6 rockets. That's what I would go with. Try to get at least 6 rockets in your inventory, so you can definitely do that. So then you're going to want to go ahead and use your super and use your rockets. That's when your rockets are going to be so effective. So you're going to want to go ahead, clear the ads. Now you're going to want to clear this out before you hit 30. So before you hit 35, because that at 28, the first ship starts leaving and then the second ship starts spawning. So that is what you're going to want to do, is make sure you clear the first front portion of the ads before 30, and then use your rockets to actually shoot the second ship and all the ads that spawned. So there's going to be a total of 6 spawn points from the rocket ships. There's the first 3 ones. So it's the first one drops 3, I believe it's 3 Vandals, and then the second one drops a big guy, and then the other ones drop another set of 3 knights, and then the other ones just drop a bunch of ads. So what you're gonna do is just clear the first 3 waves, then shoot the middle with rockets, and that should pretty much clear the majority of the ads that spawn. You're gonna go ahead and clear those out, and use all your rockets, man. If you have 7 rockets, if you have 5 rockets, 6 rockets, use them all. Then make your run to the other section and try to pick up more rockets. At that point, I was like so upset. I was like, dang it, man, I didn't pick up the rockets. I was so close to the rockets. But then I went ahead and killed. Yes, I'm just gonna risk it, and I wouldn't recommend you guys risking, but just go ahead, pick up the rest of the rockets, and head back to your position. So with the rest of the rockets, choose the rest of the ads that are going to be spawning from the ship. As you see right there, it's going to give you enough time for you to actually shoot them at, I believe at 65. That's when they start spawning. So that's when you're going to want to have your rockets. So just clear out all the ads that spawn from the last ship with rockets, and that's all you're going to do. And then just use the WARSAT as your defense. That way you're not allowing them to actually make their way to the WARSAT. So once you do that, you should be good to go. Now be careful, because you're going to want to be watching your radar. At one point I thought I had cleared all the ads, and I was like, oh snaps, I didn't clear all the ads. And there was still a night left. So make sure you have your super ready. If you're a Titan, use your bubble. At this point, if you're a hunter, use your tether. What I would recommend, you could do this with, you could solo this with any class. You're just gonna have to take a different approach. Of course, doing it with a Titan would be super easy. I wouldn't say super easy, but would be a lot easier because you got that protection. But if you guys are doing it with a hunter, you're gonna have to time your tethers as quickly as you can. You see right there? That's when I got surprised. I was like, oh dang, there's one left. So all I did was run around and then just waited for the WARSAT to go away. The WARSAT went away, because once it hits 100, you're pretty much over. Even if you die at this point, it really doesn't even matter if you die at this point, because you just pretty much just cleared it all. So next up, we have the second stage, which is the Mind. Now the Mind is actually pretty interesting. I went in here thinking, I'm going to use my Sparrows. Wouldn't recommend the Sparrows or the assault rifle. Would definitely recommend the pulse rifle. The reason why is just because the ads are a little farther back. So I'm going to show you guys a little spots where you guys could just chill and not worry about getting hit. So right there, you guys see right next to those steps, if you go all the way to the far back, when in case someone's charging at you or something like that, you could go all the way back here into this little corner right there, and you won't get shot, or the enemies won't even follow you, so you can just do all your killing from back there. So like I said, I wouldn't recommend an assault rifle. Definitely go with a pulse rifle or something with a longer range, like a scout rifle. I should probably pulled out my Talic at this point, and that would probably got the job done a lot quicker. But I didn't think about that. I'm actually thinking about that as I'm doing the voiceover. So What we're going to do is definitely switch over. I went ahead and decided to switch over to the Red Death. I was like, it's going to take too long. If you guys are wondering what class I was running, so at first, to clear the first wave of the WARSAT, I was running Void. The reason I was running Void is because I wanted as much damage since since Void was kind of the burn, and I also wanted to have something that could clear ads really quickly. So you're thinking of running it with your Titan, definitely Defender would be the easiest way to go about it. You could do it with the Hammer of Soul if you want to, but Defender would go. If you're a hunter, then I would highly recommend you pick up the the tether. When I went ahead, and as you guys know, I usually fast forward all these parts because I don't want you guys to see me just killing a bunch of ads while we're clearing this wave. So you're just gonna want to clear this wave. There's a total of 3 waves on this part. You get the first wave where you kill the ads in the front, then you get the second wave pretty much of invisible dudes, and then you get the third wave which are pretty much the blow up shanks. And once you clear those, all you do is throw a grenade in there like Jordan or like Kobe, and then you're good to go. You get two shanks that spawn in the vents, and you're able to go and get that started. Now to do this part right here, this one's actually another part you're gonna want to make sure you do it correctly, because the problem with this is if you don't complete this and you die at this point, you are gonna have to restart all over from the mines, and that's when it becomes a pain, because it's like, dang man, I got this far and I have to go ahead and restart this. I wish there would be a checkpoint as soon as you drop down the vents, so you wouldn't have to go back and do the mine again. But it is what it is. So what I like to do here is I'll pick up the sphere, drop the sphere, and pretty much kill the shanks. So like as you see right there, guys, I'm throwing grenades right there, and I'm running back. Now what I like to do is I drop it and then I kill the rest of the shanks. Now one thing I did mess up on here is because the thing does expire if you leave it dropped on the floor for too long. So what you're gonna do is make sure you pick it up, and then once you pick it up, clear the shanks. So there's going to be a total of 4 waves you're going to want to worry about. If you're going to be risky like I am, you just clear the 3 waves and then go. But you're going to probably want to wait for the 4 waves. So because sometimes you can get those guys that they blow up and you're like, dang it, man, I was so close. So as you see right there, that's the 3rd wave right there. I was like, I'm just going to go for it. So I picked up the sphere. And you're going to want to time this. You're going to want to kind of like semi-jump and semi-run. So you see right there, my sphere disappeared because I waited too long. So you're just going to go, jump up, get to the middle, get to protection, wait for the other lightning to go, and then just go, just run it. As you guys see right there, the shank was right there, so I tried to jump sideways, and that was kind of risky. I shouldn't have done that, but I probably should have cleared that shank. And that's pretty much it. And you clear that area, and then you're good to go after that. Don't just run out there and try to go for the door. Make sure you guys clear, because there's going to be way more shanks after that. This part right here is actually pretty easy. It's a bunch of ads. What I did is I just cleared a total of, I would say, like 80% of the ads, and then you just run past it. Use the far back stairs and run past that one. There's going to be an invisible knight. I think I'm getting my names wrong. An invisible knight. Just not knights. I mean, the big guy, the Arkham Priest guy. There's going to be an invisible dude. Kill him out, and then just run through it. Just make a run for it. The same thing with the second portion. All you're going to do is don't even worry about the ads. Just go over it, and there's going to be a big guy right there as well. Just jump over him, and you guys should be good to go. So once you make it up the stairs, you'll get that checkpoint, and you are good to go and defeat the Saber. Now, here we go. The Saber is actually pretty easy to do. It just takes a little bit of patience and a little bit of time. Now, the hardest part of the Saber I would have to say would be the 3rd wave, which is when you have nothing to kind of protect yourself, and you got the snipers. That would be the hardest part out of the whole Nightfall. Now, on this part, you have 2 servitors. Clear the first servitor. The cool thing about clearing the first servitor, he usually drops heavy, which is a good thing. The second servitor, you can just pretty much kill him with your scout rifle, pulse rifle, anything that has long range, sniper if you're using a sniper, and clear them out pretty quickly. You're also gonna want to go ahead and have a void rocket. Pretty much anything that has void, to bring it to this stage, because he does take a lot of DPS actually to kill the Saber. It got to a point where I was like, dang man, this guy's taking forever to die. So what I went ahead and did is just use my rockets on him. And the first wave, I missed one right there. I was like, dang it, man. I wish I had tracking. I wish I had my truth, but I was using my Red Death as a primary, so I couldn't really use the truth. I would recommend using the truth if you have a truth rocket launcher, definitely bring it to this part right here, and try to see if you could maybe use something else as your primary. Right here, this part right here, you're gonna want to stand in this little corner or this little pillar right here. All you do is shoot him and clear those shanks that he sends at you, his little minions, like I would like to call them. He sends at you, just clear him, and then just go constantly keep shooting at him, So for sakes of the video going faster, I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward this so you guys can see. It's just pretty much clearing these shanks and clearing the and shooting him as you're doing this. So at this point, once you get him to 25% health, he will then switch it up, and he will put lightning right there where we're standing, so we could no longer stand there, and it's gonna be like, oh snap. So you're gonna want to be careful and time this, because what happened to myself is I wasn't really paying attention to when he got to 25% health, and I died. But good thing is I had self-rest, so it kind of really didn't matter at that point. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just self-rest, and it's pretty much over. But what you're going to want to do is just make sure you guys keep a constant eye, especially if you're not a warlock, or if you're a titan, you can put up your bubble. Like I said, doing this with a titan is super easy. Like, I wouldn't say super easy, but it's way easier than doing it with a warlock or a hunter. So after that, you're going to see right there, he pulls that. I see, there you go, there's my self-rest. Once he puts that wave, you're going to want to head to the opposite side, and there's going to be 3 platforms that rise up and stand up. You're going to use the last one as your defense. The reason why is because, first of all, the shanks don't even come this far out. And then if if the Saber decides to kind of move his way upwards up the ramp, then you can just drop down to the little edge and shoot him right there. So it's really easy, but very time consuming. What I did personally is, this is the point where you're going to want to go ahead and just pretty much kill ads until you get your super back. That's right, especially if you're not a titan, or even if you're a titan and you're ready to use your bubble. This is where you're going to want to go ahead and use your timing to kill the ads to build your super. Make sure you have enough intellect as well, and one thing is have your armor fully upgraded or maxed out if possible. One thing, I'm gonna give you guys notes right now. If you guys are a different class, if you're a titan at this point, just DPS him as much as you can and save your bubble for when he calls in the snipers. That's when you're gonna want to use your bubble. You can place your bubble in the middle, or I would place it kind of in the middle where he's at, just because not in the middle section where he spawns from, but like kind of like in front of where I'm at right now. So that would be like the middle section right here. I would place it right there where he's at right now. That's where I would place the bubble, right there, because all you have to do is you go in there, you get your armor, pretty much kill those snipers. There's a total of 4, I believe, 4 or 3 on each side, left and right. Kill those, and then kill the other shanks, and then just DPS them, and that's pretty much it, how you'll do it. If you're a hunter at this point, what I would do, just build your super up and just kind of start shooting him. When the shanks come up, go invisible, get an angle on the snipers, kill the 3 snipers on the left side, and then just kill the ones on the right, and then just use your tether to slow the other shanks and slow him down as well, and that should be pretty effective. And then just pretty much it's 3 waves you have to last for that point. So if you're a warlock, right there, what I did is just pretty much waited for my self-rest. I was like, in case I die and I go down, I'll have my self-rest, and I should be able to clear him out. So that's pretty much how you kill him, guys. After that, after this one, once you get him to half health, he will then pull these down, and you will be able to continue DPSing him and completing him. And that's pretty much how you do it, guys. Let me know if you guys thought this video was helpful and informative, and it was. Make sure you guys leave a comment and a like. If you guys have any questions on how to actually complete it, or you guys are getting stuck in a certain point, just go ahead and drop me a message. Also, there was a couple people that were asking me, Laser, can you help us with the Nightfall, because I'm having a hard time actually being able to to pass it. If you guys would like help with the Nightfall, you guys are stuck at the Nightfall, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll try to set up a stream maybe today, later in the night, or tomorrow, and see if I can help you guys pass the Nightfall if we get a lot of people asking for help. Well, guys, that's pretty much how you do it, and let me know what rewards you got. As for me, I got strange coins, which was like, oh man, I did all this for strange coins. But hopefully you guys find this video helpful and useful, and good luck soloing the Saber. Don't forget, for all things Destiny, head over to GamerFusion.com, where we empower your gaming.